I had to restart this intro several times. So the point of this clip here is that, you know how I just launched, this is the MIRV, so it launched 8 nukes on top of all those 5 super mutants faced, right? None of them died, but I died. In case you're wondering why I didn't cut this crap out in the background here and it's all just crap, it's to make you, you know, so if you don't think I'm lying or something, and to show you that all the super mutants did survive. But yet I died. It was on their faces, right? On their faces. None of them died, but I died. As you could see, I did get a little bit of experience, but that was just because of the stupid... They have the little... You know how they have the mutant hounds? One of the hounds died. That was it. But look, as soon as I peek back over, they're all still gonna be alive, and I'm gonna have to clear them out with a stupid 10mm and everything. See, look! All of them still alive, as you can see. I'm just like, what the heck do I do now? What the heck? I just shot them with a freaking, you know, 8 rockets. Here I go again, and look at this. Boom. Only, this is where the mutant hound died. Sorry, the mutant hound didn't even die the first time. Nobody even died. For some reason I was thinking of this clip. That's where the mutant hound died. And as you could see, the mutant hound was clearly running towards them. It was running away from me. You can go back if you don't believe me. But none of them died. This guy, I mean, that last guy, I mean, maybe he wasn't even in it. But none of them died. None of the super mutants died. 8 nukes. This wasn't one fat man launching 1 mini nuke. No, I launched 8. A mini nuke, right? From a fat man, 1 mini nuke was able to kill whatever you call that thing. The Grafton monster, right? 1 mini nuke was able to take out the Grafton monster. But yet... that's only 1, right? And in this scenario, I had 8 mini nukes, right? I'm not complaining, don't get me wrong. But I launched 8 mini nukes, and they all landed on his face. On all of them. And none of them died. I mean, for some reason, they have, like, invincibility to, I know they have, you know, they're immune to radiation and stuff. That's what made them and everything. But they're not immune to nukes. Okay, a giant explosion. You play Fallout 3, New Vegas, 4. You know you cannot survive a freaking fat man. You know, it's just... it's not gonna happen. It kills everything. Okay, it kills everything from... the worst in, like, Fallout 3 New Vegas, I'm pretty sure, were the Death Clouds. Like in Fallout New Vegas, it was the Alpha Death Cloud, I'm pretty sure was the worst creature you end up fighting. And... actually, no. In Fallout New Vegas, the worst thing was the Alpha Death Claw for sure. It was a lot faster, it did more damage, and had more health. That thing was just insanely scary. You needed the alien blaster to kill that dang thing. Unless, you know, because that thing is just incredibly impossible. Anyways, in Fallout 3, it would have been the Behemoth. I mean, I prefer the Behemoths from Fallout 3 than, you know, Fallout 4 or 76. Because... you know, they're big and scary and all, but they were bigger and scarier in Fallout 3. Like, those things were ginormous, and it was great. I wish, you know, we still had some of those. And I know it doesn't really make sense for Behemoths to even be in Fallout 76 because, you know, it's only been a couple years since, you know, the nukes went off and everything. But they did do experiments, and there was super mutants and stuff created from Vault Tech experiments and everything. But the point I'm getting at here is that the Behemoths were normal super mutants that are a lot older than the normal super mutants. That's why they're so much bigger and everything. Kind of like the tank from, if you played the Rainbow Six Siege Outbreak and everything. There was, like, not the tanks, but, you know, like the smashers or whatever. I said tank, I guess I was thinking of Left 4 Dead or whatever. But the smasher is like a really, is the same as one of the, whatever you call the normal infected guys on it. Grunts, that's what I'm thinking of. Except they've been infected for a lot longer. That's why they're so much bigger and everything. So, since, you know, Fallout 76 is the first Fallout to open... since, you know, the war and everything, the nukes went off, it doesn't really make sense for Behemoths to be that big. But I mean, in Fallout 4 took place after Fallout 3. So, you know, I think, you know, we could have got, I don't know why the Behemoths were smaller and everything. But it's okay, that doesn't really matter that much or anything. But I just thought I'd mention that there. And it's just this. Yeah, I think the scariest thing in Fallout 4. I'm not going to say Fallout 76 because they have more scarier creatures. I think the Flatwoods. I only encountered the Flatwoods monster once, but I'll get on to that. The scariest monsters in Fallout 4, I would say, is the Mirror Queen or the Behemoth. I think probably the Mirror Queen, because she does insane damage from a long radius, and she just keeps spawning. I mean, the little Mirror spawns don't really do anything at all, really, other than just annoy you. And they have like no health and you do like no damage, and then they don't even have like any meat on them unless you picked up the book in Fallout 4 anyways. In Fallout 76, I would say the scariest creature, but I can't confirm that because I never actually get to fight it. I think would be the Flatwoods monster. It seems to be. Originally I thought the Mothman would have been the scariest, but since I encountered him and fought him and everything, he actually was not that hard. The Grafton monster is scarier than the Mothman, in my opinion. So is a Behemoth and a Mirror Queen. And the Mothman's a lot more rare and everything. I like the Mothman and everything. It's just he just wasn't that scary. And honestly, he wasn't even hostile until I attacked him. But let's go to all my encounters with the Mothman first. Okay, I encountered him once the first time. I just saw this giant ball sitting there. Like, he wasn't even facing me, and it showed a stalker. When I aimed at it, it's like, what the heck is that thing? And it showed its name was a stalker Mothman, and I didn't even shoot at it. I just walked up to it, and then it went whoosh, and then it went up in the air, and it was just gone. I looked around. I even circled around, and it was nowhere in the air. So it just like completely vanished. Then the next time I saw him, I didn't even get to fight him. The next time was when he was like, I went around whatever you call the giant mansion looking place. I went around the giant mansion, and he wasn't close, but I saw his glowing eyes. That's how I noticed him, and I think they're yellow if I can remember correctly, which I'm pretty sure before they're like green or red or something, but they were yellow this time. I don't know. So maybe there's multiple Mothmans, or maybe there's just I wanted to look into the lore to the Mothman and everything. I did with the Grafton monster and all that, and the Flatwoods and everything, but I didn't with the Mothman because I wanted to wait for me to actually have encountered him and fought him, which I did at this point. But I wanted to wait because I didn't want any spoils or anything. I wanted to fight the battle on my own. I didn't want any benefits of knowing how to take him down easier or anything. I wanted to do all that on my own. And yeah, like I said, the second time I actually shot at him this time, you know, in case I go up too close and he just vanishes like last time. Nope, he just went whoosh and he was gone again. Didn't even attack me. He was just gone for the second time. But the third time, and none of these are even close to each other. I think the first time was like I was like level 10. Second time probably like level 40 or something, and then the third time was not that long ago. I was level 52, I think. It was pretty recent when I actually killed him for the first time. Hopefully he keeps appearing, because the way they made it seem and everyone made it seem was, you know, Mothman was, you know, you just see him stalking you at first and then you'd actually encounter him and fight him as like a boss. Hopefully there's more of them, because I really hate the Scorch Beast so freaking much. I'm sorry, I just can't express how much I hate the Scorch Beast. Every other creature in all the Fallout games, yes, some of them might have been somewhat annoying, but I was completely fine with all the creatures in the Fallout games, except for the first time ever, I absolutely cannot stand a creature in the Fallout series, and that's the Scorch Beast. They're just so stupid. I hate them so freaking much. I'm not making fun. Of course, Fallout is still my favorite series. God, I hate them so much. There's so many different reasons why. And it's not because they make the Scorched or anything. No, it's because they fly and apparently their hitboxes are off, because it seems like I'm hitting them, but it doesn't work. But I mean, that seems to be the case for a bunch of things. And it's not like you can just shoot them with a freaking Merv, even though that thing seems to do nothing, apparently. I mean, it worked a few times, but when I needed it to the most, it didn't. It did not work. Okay, I killed a grafton monster with it, and then I killed like 10 crickets when they were in the cabin that one time, and then another swarm of crickets came because I was defending the location or whatever. Another swarm of crickets came, I blew them all up. And in case you're wondering, why were you stupid and used the MIRV on them? At that point, I didn't use the MIRV yet. Okay, and I wanted to test it out. And these cave crickets were all level 30s, and they were tough motherfuckers, and they did a lot of damage for little stupid cave crickets. And they were really stupid too, so I probably didn't even need to waste them. I could probably have chucked a bunch of grenades, but I wanted to test out the MIRV, you know. And mini nukes weigh like 4 pounds each, which is a lot compared to, I only have like 180 weight that I can carry or whatever. But anyways, yeah. With the Flatwoods monster, my encounters with that was, the first time it was on top of the bunker, right? But I come from behind the bunker. I didn't even realize what it was on top. I go around and I go into the door, which is on the other side, and I just see its two little purple beam eyes looking at me, and then it just boom, it was gone. It did the little teleportation thing, similar, but not quite, like the Mothman. And then yeah, it was gone, nowhere's to be found. Okay, and the second time, yes, I found it the second time, but no, I did not see the third time. The second time I saw it, it was off on Deathclaw Island, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it was Deathclaw Island. It was on Deathclaw Island, and I was on the other side of the river, and I went to shoot at it, but of course I'm horrible at the game, and I missed. And then I went to swim over, and I wasn't looking at it for a couple seconds. I went to swim over, and I couldn't find it. I didn't even know. I don't know if it teleported away when I shot it. I'm pretty sure it was still there when I shot at it. I mean, I'm pretty darn sure it was. Why else? And I went over to swim to it, and I couldn't find it. I felt like a retard. I didn't know what the heck happened. It must have flew away or something. That was the last time I seen one, and it's actually been a while since I've even seen it. Like, the first time I encountered it was around, like, probably level, like, 15, not too long after the Mothman. Then the second time was not even that long after. It was, like, level 20. Maybe 24 at most. And I just haven't seen it for a good while. Like, I'm more than double that level at this point. And I just haven't seen the Flatwoods monster. I was able to kill... Give me a second here. I was able to kill almost all the creatures, but the last one that I've even actually seen was actually, what do you call it, the honey beast. Yes, I've seen the Grafton monster, the Wendigo. Wendigos aren't all that rare, but they kind of are, and everything. But I've seen all of them, except, no, sorry, the fog crawler. I've seen all of them except the fog crawler, like, before I even got to see the honey beast. I don't know why it was so rare, but at this point I've killed 2 of them. Actually, no, I only killed 1. My buddy killed the other one, and then there actually was a 3rd one, but a bunch of ghouls killed it or something. I don't even know if I was the one to kill it. I mean, it was attacking a bunch of ghouls, and I shot at both of them. I don't even know if I killed it or not. But yeah, I've killed every creature except, of course, the Flatwoods monster, Mothman, and the fog crawler. I was only able to kill 1 scorch beast after a long, excruciating exchange. Several different exchanges too. It was only like the 5th one that I killed. Anyways, the 5th one that I encountered that I killed. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye.